Hi, this is Howard Tick. Show's called Howie Tick, Howwetick. I'm going to start experimenting around with things to do once you sober up. I bought a smoker with some of the money I would have spent on some random girl and lots of vodka. And now we're going to do some salmon. And I have a recipe here where we're taking about a 10-to-1 brown sugar and salt. And we're going to, I've defrosted the salmon for most of the day. It's still frozen a little bit, but it's this beautiful coho. And I'm living in Vancouver, so it's fresh. And I am going to mix this on top of it. I'm going to add a little more salt. You got to kind of play with it and see what you can do. And then some of our other sections will be when we go to the smoker. Just before, I like to take a fan to it, and it gets more of a skin on it. So what I've done before I did this video is I experimented around with it and seen what works and what doesn't work. Then we're going to also talk about the smoker and the temperature and the degrees, but this is a quick recipe on how to do it. I also have some honey garlic sauce here, as well as some buttermilk maple syrup that I kind of mix in afterwards. So here is the beautiful coho, and I'm not telling you how much I get these for, but you're supposed to let it fully defrost. But what I know is that this moisture, this frozen part in here, is going to defrost, and it's actually going to absorb it in as well as out. And you'll see, see how soft it is in here. This piece of the meat is just, it's almost pushy, right, compared to what it's going to be like later on. And I'm going to split this up as well, but I'm going to let it soak overnight. And so I'm going to just take the brown sugar and the salt and do the first layer on it. And then I do another layer after that. And so I'll start the camera for that too. And that's pretty well it. Keep it really basic at first and then start experimenting with what works and what doesn't. I will also do from these dry bases. I will put it into containers and hold it. And then after that, what I'll do is even halfway through, I'm going to try a wet based as well as a dry based on there and see the difference with the smoker. Now the problem is that I work at Squamish Nation Trade Center and we teach plumbing and piping for them, so I have a ton of students that want to eat it as well. So we'll see how much I actually get to bring home. We'll talk to you soon. I'm going to start this up in a minute.